U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
In the course of the game, we focus on the offense and the defense, and we give lip service to the special teams. It's way bigger than that. The third phase of any football team, and special teams provided the spark to begin this game.
They start the drive with Cook. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Well, the Vikings had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Yeah, he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. So that'll bring up second down. Well, this defense for the Bears, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got some space here.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
They run again on first down. Cook down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. On second down, Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, Cousins.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Off play action. Fields
Rolling to it. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Zadarius Smith able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
Zadarius Smith switched teams, but never left the NFC North, going from Green Bay to Minnesota in the offseason. Had a back injury in 2021, but 26 sacks in 2 seasons as a Packer prior to that.
will come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down. Fields.
That's caught by Montgomery. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
A play fake. Now Fields to throw.
On the move to his left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
And they'll let their fullback try and push.
Man, come on with that crazy ass shit.
They do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
There you go, partner. That's some old school football right there. You need 1 yard? Give it to your bruiser fullback and let him get the job done.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brought down by DJ Wano.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. So this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here.
Now it's Fields. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the Vikings are going to get the football back at their own 17. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
I don't understand why he always juke the wrong way.
7-yard line.
Ain't no purpose of having this shit if you gonna juke the wrong fucking way.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, They like to run that play there and try and run over people.
Here's Madison running on first down. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Trash can. You suck.
Pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Cousins.
Good shit. Because I knew I shouldn't do that bullshit. I knew I shouldn't do
Great
that shit.
field position at the 41-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Montgomery on the counter. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker Jordan Hicks. And the Vikings are going to get the football at their own 40-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins buying time to his left. Oh, you
Look at how trash that is, bro.
Going back across his body. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Goodness.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll take this to the 46.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Back to Montgomery on second down. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Fields now to throw. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he'll fight his way down.
Let him roll 4 for 3 yards. That's a roll.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Tough yards, they run it with a
let's go.
And he's not even going to come close to picking
goal line
up the
stand,
first. They
baby.
stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The fullback dive held up short, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
I missed him.
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the gun, here's Cousins. There's Jefferson to pull that in. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins now. Smith catches left side. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first two quarters, they had two costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Za'Darius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he finds Montgomery complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll... to a 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Cousins.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Cousins.
throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll run for it. Cook. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Backed up where they were on this side of the field. That was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation?
Cousins throw there, taken in by Smith.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
77 yards rushing now for Cook, and this is a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Cousins on first down. It's caught, Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To throw is Cousins. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They're going for it. Here's Madison. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the red zone now, Cousins. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Cook. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that makes our score 17-0.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
Pick that off. Pick that off.
It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd and 10,
Fields.
it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
This offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
To throw is Fields.
You gotta pick this shit off. You gave him too many chances.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now the first play of
Get
the
down.
incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
To throw, Cousins.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, here's the run with Cook.
Get upfield, 84, and block some goddamn body.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again.
Where is you going? That is crazy. Ain't no fucking way you sitting there running into me.
Especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
I don't trust he got nobody that can
ready
beat
to go for their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. It's Fields.
Good pass.
That's going to be caught downfield.
That's a good read. That's a good read, bro.
Big gain
I ain't gonna lie to you. That's a good read.
Being dropped. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Pick 6. I'm calling it. Pick 6.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields.
Oh, I was finna fucking say, bro.
And their struggles continue here.
I was finna fucking say,
It's
bro.
not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to throw. Fields.
You ready? Because I definitely wasn't running with his ass. I'm gonna tell you that now.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 14. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Montgomery, another target and catch. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. On 2nd down, Montgomery.
Nope.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Fields.
Pick!
Batted away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. On 2nd down,
nope.
With Herbert.
Man.
To the end zone, touchdown, Chicago. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Fields trying to throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Getting the ball is Cook running left. 122 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Second down, they go right back to Cook.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game, the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done, really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural, but I
like where we're going with this. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody.
So for Minnesota, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the loss on the...